Peace, family. A long time ago, I was watching this Star Trek movie, Star Trek Insurrection, and doing an investigation that the away team was conducting, they come to realize that the inhabitants of this planet um, not only had long lives, but they had the ability to, well, their bodies had the ability to regenerate. This was due to the rings that surrounded the planet. It emitted some type of radiation that allowed flesh to be renewed. Once they discovered this, Picard went down and knocked on one of the women's door and asked her, How old are you? And I think she responded like 245 years old. And he was like, How are you able to do this? And she said, Well, we decide to live within the moment, not just allow it to pass by. And we base our society on this. Everybody lived within the moment. I say all that to say this. When I think about the pivotal moments that we have seen, been passionate about, and just let go by, if we as a people decided to live within this moment, where would we be at today? The inhabitants of this planet in Star Trek Insurrection, they use the power that the rings that circled their planet generated to live in the particular moment that they base their society on. Our power comes from the power of determination, from the power to choose. It should also come from the power to limit somebody else's ideology or someone else's impression on how we should live. And we should expand that moment to encompass our people so that we don't have to worry about our essential needs being placed or determined by or limited or controlled by somebody else. We have the power within ourselves to control our economics, to control our social order, to control our politics, to control and finance our own ambition, to build our own independent business industries and institutions. That's our power. And we have yet to seize this moment and wrap our people around it so that our fate, our decision, because the thing is this: what right or what ability do white people have to sit back and say what you deserve to have, to set limits on what you could have? As I be on this format having these discussions, you get the occasional troll that want to keep the power structure as it is. He gonna tell me what we need to do is get rid of all the old racists and start over on a level playing field. I disagree with that. We need a playing field where all people can rise to their own levels, where no Hispanic, no Asian, no black, no white, no Arab is held back by another. Raise yourself, your society to whatever levels that you want to. But see, white people, they want blacks to accept equality with them. If whites have a hard time in this system, they don't want you to build one for yourselves. They want to equate your struggle with their struggle. Well, I'm not happy with it either. So, what's the point? I'm supposed to feel better because white people are struggling? You built this system. We have not had hands on us building our way of life, our way to educate, our way to provide our own health, our way to industrialize our capability of feeding ourselves. We've not had these opportunities. And these are moments that we can wrap ourselves around and strengthen and galvanize our people, and to live the life that we determine that we should have, not by somebody else. Every time there's a what, how, when, and how long that we want to achieve or be whatever we want to be, is always at the hands or determination or allowance of somebody else. We have the power within ourselves to come together and determine what we want to be, when we want to be, and how we want to be it, and don't have to have nobody else in between it but us. This is the moment that I think our people should be embracing. And any organization that talk about they for black people, any church that talk about they for black people, any group, whatever, if it does not come with ownership and control of your essential needs and services, you determining your own way of life, don't give them one dime of your money. Don't give them 1 minute of your time. It ain't worth it. These white people have had over 400 some years of determining the course of this country, and they've dragged us along every step of the way. It is time we utilize the power of determination, the power of maturity. We are no longer children that should be having to ask for permission. Can we go to work, or can we stay home, or whatever? I'm not about that life. Just imagine black people creating a system where we have ownership and control, and our children look up to us. We in charge of our finance, we in charge of our politics, we in charge of the businesses, industries, and institutions. We're creating jobs, we're establishing the economic floor, we're promoting ourselves, providing, socializing in peace and harmony. Our people, our politics, our industrial, our judicial, all working together for the betterment and prosperity of our people. What other moment would you want to live in as opposed to that? To see somebody that's so undeserving to continue this, somebody determining how long, what you can have, when you can, that's ridiculous. This is the moment that we need to be in. This is the moment we need to embrace, take into our hearts. This is the moment we need to put forth the effort to realize, and so we could pass this on to our children, and our children's children, and for the infinite generations that go on beyond us. This is the power of the moment. I'm in this video here. And if you like this message, and if you like this content, and if you like this pressure that I put on our oppressor, put a little pressure on that follow, subscribe button, and catch me in my next video. Ashe.